The master version of the Root of Nightmares raid is out, and now due to changes Bungie has implemented, adept weapons from the raid are absolutely insane, and are going to be better than ever before thanks to this one new change. There's one weapon in particular I wanted to talk about today, and that's the raid sidearm, the Mykel's Reverence. Now, the normal non-adept version of this sidearm is already the best rapid fire frame sidearm we've ever had in Destiny. Previous rapid fire frame sidearms have been pretty meh for PvP. Think of the Fool's Remedy, Brigand's Law, Punching Out. They were all overshadowed by adaptive and aggressive frame sidearms, or any SMG of your choice. But honestly, that all changes with this one sidearm, and things are only going to get better with the adept version of it. Before I go further into the sidearm, previously adept versions of raid weapons felt a bit underwhelming because their normal versions could be crafted with enhanced perks. So even with the adept bonuses and adept mods, it felt worse than a crafted god roll because the adept version didn't have access to the enhanced version of these perks. So you'd put yourself through harder content for a worse reward, meaning not a lot of people did master raids. But that all changes. Bungie has now announced that with the mid-season update, you will be able to upgrade any adept weapon from the new raid to make them enhanced, so there's finally a reason to grind for adept weapons. Now let's talk about Mykel's. It's an absolute stat monster. It has the most range, more than 6 range better than the next best, Fool's Remedy, most stability, most aim assist, most airborne effectiveness. And that's not even counting the bonus you get to all your stats once you masterwork an adept weapon. Its recoil direction is 96, which is near vertical, which makes it really easy to control the recoil. It hits for 36 on the head, 26 on the body, giving it an optimal TTK of 0.67 seconds against any Resilience Guardian. It takes 5 headshots, 1 body shot for the higher Resilience Guardians, whereas it takes 4 headshots and 2 body shots for the lower Resilience Guardians. Now, 0.67 seconds is super competitive and is even comparable to something like the Immortal, which is currently dominating the Crucible, which also has a 0.67 second TTK, even with target lock against higher Resilience Guardians. What I love about this archetype of sidearms is that they have a very forgiving pure body shot TTK of sub 1 seconds. Because it's a rapid fire frame sidearm, this thing feels absolutely insane when firing full auto. Usually I'd recommend tap firing most weapons, but this thing feels incredibly stable and reliable when using the full auto firing mode. It's also a strand sidearm, so it synergizes really well with strand builds this season in PvP, like the Hunter build I'm using here, where you can use it to explode tangles and create suspend plays in the Crucible thanks to this season's artifact perks. Now let's go over my god roll. I'm going to start with the final column here, which in my eyes has the most important perks. Harmony grants a massive 20% damage buff and pairs insanely well with a sniper. Get a sniper kill, quickly switch to a sidearm and activate Harmony, and melt the second opponent rushing you in a staggering 0.53 seconds thanks to the damage buff. Swashbuckler almost functions like Rampage and gives a stacking bonus to damage with 5 times Swashbuckler, which you can get instantly with a melee kill. You can get a crazy 33.3% damage boost, which means you hit 42 to the head and can also achieve a crazy 0.53 seconds TTK. It works really well with any melee based build, like the Arc Teleport Melee for the Warlock. But the real number 1 perk here for the gun is Tap the Trigger. Now Tap the Trigger provides a whopping 40 stability and an accuracy bonus when you first press the trigger, and it gives this bonus to you for 0.6 seconds, which is most of the TTK of the gun. Why the ADEPT Mykel's is even better is that it can now get access to enhanced Tap the Trigger, which gives the gun the effect for 0.76 seconds, which is more than the entire TTK of the gun, meaning when you first press the trigger and then hold it for full auto, Tap the Trigger will boost stability, accuracy, and recoil direction for the entire duration of that kill. Honestly, with this perk, the gun is an absolute laser beam and it hits headshots for days. Because of Tap the Trigger, you genuinely don't need to focus the gun for stability. You can go all in on range. Full bore, high cal or ricochet rounds with a range masterwork and an adept range mod are what I recommend, so you can maximize the range. For once, even for controller players, I'd still recommend full bore, as even with the stability penalty from full bore, you can reach 100 stability thanks to Tap the Trigger. In that first column of perks, there's 2 good options here for PvP. If you predominantly run Arc subclasses, then that handling bonus from Elemental Capacitor is going to make the gun feel really snappy. Otherwise, for every other class, I'd recommend running Perpetual Motion, which will give both stability and handling bonuses just for moving, which you'll be doing constantly. The origin trait is also pretty nice if you equip another weapon from the raid, so I tended to equip a heavy weapon from the raid. It gave a free 20 handling bonus, so with perpetual motion as well, you could have near 100 handling on the gun at most times. So there you have it, my god roll guide for the ADEPT Mykel's Reverence, which for me is the best rapid fire sidearm we've ever had. Once SMGs get tuned, which trust me is going to happen very soon, this will be an absolutely insane option. So go farm the master raid with the new change coming where we can get enhanced perks on these weapons. You'll definitely want a god roll for this. If you enjoyed what I talked about today, remember to drop a like and subscribe to the channel for more Destiny content, both PvP and PvE. I'm Mr. On It, and that's it for today. Peace out, guys.